Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my very special Fallout 4 week where I interviewed Courtenay Taylor and Kal-El Bogdanove. Between Jack and, the slew of other really strong, iconic female video game characters, and now with Fallout 4's Sole Survivor, do you feel any pressure to, I guess, because you're now symbols of the equality and feminism that is coming out in video games now, do you feel any pressure having to kind of live up to that or hold that on your shoulders?
Wow, I have not been asked that question as of until now. I think the whole process has been like a slow tidal wave from when we started doing all of this to the Bethesda press conference, which was where I sort of realized how I knew theoretically how massive this was, but there was a moment where like my knees buckled and went, oh, like this is really a big deal. They've, spent a ton of money. There's hundreds of people waiting outside to see this. The energy was palpable. Okay. And then, so we kind of hit that level. And then when the game came out, there was this slow roll as Earth unwrapped Fallout 4. And I got to kind of see that and go like, oh, it was the next level of bigness. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where I was just like, oh, now I see that this is even more of a big deal because I'm seeing everybody's Christmas Day as they're unwrapping this game and they're discovering this game. And I think the same thing can be said for the characters because it's been my career so far. There's been moments where like I realized with Jack when I started to get that feedback from women coming and saying, thank you for playing this role. Thanks for voicing this woman who represents a non-traditional kind of beauty, a different type of powerful woman. That there was that kind of resting place where I went, oh, this is an accomplishment that I've been a part of, and that's awesome. And then with each role, I'm starting to realize now it's come up a few times. And so I think I'm sort of this week being like, oh, this is a big deal, not just in the fact that this is a big game, but that they are two separate characters fully fleshed out and two equal leads. So I haven't felt the pressure yet, but now that you mentioned
now that I've said it.
No, I mean, I'm it's not pressure. I mean, it's all done. It's in the bag. I'm more proud that I actually got to be part of it, that through, that Bethesda saw something in what I gave to them originally, that I am sure that they thought about all this. I don't think there's anything that those guys have not thought about. And so I'm incredibly proud. And if that's my sort of, footnote by my name, then yes, I will take it. I will happily continue this theme for, other female actors and in other games. I hope that what we've done here is promote that. And so people can see that it's worthy and worthwhile and a genuine contribution to the world of gaming.
Yeah, I mean that's really, I guess, more a question for you than for me. But I will say that it's actually less pressure when people respond to it in that way. Like we could only hope when we're working on it that this will be meaningful to somebody. Like when you're doing any kind of art, that's what you want to do. I want to reach someone in some way. And so if people assign personal importance to it, if the culture assigns, sociological value to it, that's like a reward rather than a pressure. In fact, it sort of relieves the pressure. When you're working on it, you're just thinking, boy, I hope we can make this meaningful to the people who are going to enjoy it. I hope we can make something that feels like authentic.
But it speaks too to the people that are playing this. It speaks to the fans of Fallout that they responded in the way they. I mean, I've had so much positive feedback that it's not so much, you know, what I got to voice her, but Bethesda, you know, put her together, and you know, Cal crafted her, and then the final, you know, the third leg of the stool is the fans playing that character using my voice to have something that is awesome to them. You know, they really appreciate it. And to me, that speaks volumes about the people who play these games, about their brain, about their acceptance, their sense of humor, you know, what they want to see. Bethesda wouldn't be putting it out there if they're very attuned to what their fans want and to what's coming down the pike. And so I think it's everybody sort of, you know, helped to make the snowball and
pushed it down the hill.
And now now that it's over the top and rolling down the other side, gathering momentum, it's not effortful anymore.
Right.
It's just like
just riding the
joy.
train.
Yeah, it's joy. Every time someone tweets something, you're like, "Hey, look, I built, you know, a super sledge for my 10-year-old, and here's a picture of him at a school assembly in the Bolt 111 suit." Amazing. You're like, yes,
I was part of that.
Yeah, we've reached that person.
Yeah, I've asked people to tweet me their versions of female and male Soul Survivor, and it's so great to see how creative everybody is. I mean, these fans are just amazing. I mean, and people are like, it took me 2 hours to craft her.
I was just going to say, I'm going to spend 2 hours just on, like, the face.
and the fact that we were able to, like, because there's still people who are like, you know, like, my character, you know, grew up in Sitka, Alaska, and, you know, and, like, was a dog sledder for the first few years and hates hot dogs and all the other really specific stuff. And the fact that people can still do that. They can they can create a character that resonates with them and still have it supported by the authenticity in this performance is like, that was the target. And the fact that we came within a ring of it, I think, is it gives me enormous satisfaction.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys for being so generous with your time and for sitting down and talking to me. This was so fucking cool. Like, I was so excited for today. So thank you guys so much for sitting down and talking to me about this.
My pleasure.
Did you have
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to promote while we're sitting here chatting?
I just want to say thank you for asking those kinds of questions too. I think
it's very important
that this is a great end result of what has been created with this game, that I'm getting asked questions that I've never been asked before. And I really appreciate how thoughtful, and I think it speaks to, again, the snowball, but that it is, now I'm going to make it the pebble. You know, the pebble that gets dropped in, and the rings, the ripples are going out in places that also make me so happy. The conversations that people are having, the interviews that we're getting to conduct have been far more interesting and than I would have ever anticipated. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Thank you so much again for your time.
I have one other thing.
Yes?
There's been a couple of people who haven't popped into the IMDb page yet who played major companions.
Yeah?
But those are coming. I just wanted to... Some people have been tweeting me asking who played Piper. That's Courtney Ford, by the way. She will be in there eventually. IMDb just takes... They take their dear sweet time adding credits for whatever reason. But everybody will be there soon, and we're all very proud of them. Not just of these two guys. You guys were magnificent.
We were okay, but they weren't.
But the other companions and everybody too, even down to the littlest NPCs, there was phenomenal talent in this game, and
I believe it.
We're buoyed up by them.
I watched the trailer. And I was driving in my car. Well, I wasn't driving and watching the trailer. I pulled over, but I literally gasped out loud when Keith Farley. I mean, there's the cream of the crop in this game. It's like an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
In that there's going to be people that you guys are going to discover that are your favorites from other games, and I think it's so much fun. And Keith Farley's incredibly talented, and I guess.
Bunch of I think pretty much the entire cast of Mass Effect is in this game somewhere.
Yay!
Yeah. Brandon Keener's in there, and Keith is in there, and it's just like a ton of people.
People are like, "Is that Garrus? Is that Thane?" And also, a ton of other folks Peter Jessup.
Yep.
Oh God,
There's
just a million. There's a million.
Amata and there's just so many people. Julie Nathanson. There's a million people and the wonderful voice actors in this.
And Katie Johnson.
Oh yeah.
She's adorable, and she plays one of my favorite companions. So
Townsend, Katie Townsend.
Townsend? Is it Townsend?
Yeah.
I don't know. She's
who plays Kate?
The cheeky Scot.
She's tremendous.
That's all I know.
Really good.
And she's adorable and incredibly talented, and she plays a great role. There's a million, so we won't go into that. But
we could be here all day.
I know exactly. People will be like, "Okay, I gotta go." As far as other upcoming things, I am currently working on an episode of Two Broke Girls.
Cool.
Which is kind of fun, which will be out fairly soon. And then I am the female player captain for Firefly Online. So that will be coming out TBD.
That's awesome.
TBD.
But, so those are the ones I can talk about. And there's another cool game coming out in January of 2016 that I can't talk about.
You can't talk about. Okay. Well, thank you again, guys. This was so much fun, and I loved talking to you. So, thanks.
Please follow us on Twitter. That's mainly where we talk to people. I'm at Courtenay Taylor. It's spelled Courtenay because my mom was fancy. And last name Taylor, and also Instagram at Courtenay Taylor LA.
And I'm at Kal-El Bogdanove, which I'm sure you could figure out how to spell if you Google it. It's with a K.
It's with a K.
K-L-E-L Bogdanove, but I'm sure if you type in at Kal-El, it'll pop up.
There's so many of them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of not very many people with my name, but lots of fictional accounts with it. So you'll have to sort it out. I'm sorry.
Just ask me.
Ask Courtney. Tweet at Courtney.
Tweet me and I'll
How do I find Cal?
Exactly.
How do I find Cal?
He'll be on all my tweets anyway. So thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, and go ahead and leave me a comment in the comments below. Thanks!